in a little bit just because I just haven't had anything to say. I've been tired. I've been just perpetually disappointed with the state of this country. So, you know, it kind of gets in the way of making content. But, you know, I actually had an idea of something I wanted to talk about because it's been brewing on my mind. It's been on my heart. My period is coming, and when my period is coming, everything get on my nerves and make me sad and make me want to just stop living, basically. So one of the things that has been on my mind is my impending birthday, okay? My birthday is in August. I'm going to be 33. Okay, here's the thing. Growing up, I always had a plan for my life. I always kind of knew what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be, what I wanted my life to look like. But here's the thing. I never actually planned for this age. I always figured everything would just work out. I went to school to be in television, and I always thought that I would be in that field doing something right now. Well, spoiler alert, I'm not. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing my makeup in this video. Well, finishing it because I've already started it. So from a young age, I knew that I wanted to be in television and I wanted to be in media. And so I went to school and got a degree in mass communication. So mass communication really doesn't mean anything. You learned about every form of media available. Magazines, I learned about television, film, and news, like newspaper. I don't talk about this much on my channel, but I got married early. I got married at age 23, and I started a family at age 25. Super young if you haven't gotten your career off the ground yet, which I had not. Part of what prompted this video is that like I consistently see tweets about the 30s decade and whether or not it's young or whether or not it's old or what that means. And I see a lot of tweets saying the 30s, you're young in your 30s, you're still young. And I'm honestly so ambivalent about this. Like, I don't know what I think. I don't know if I feel like 30s is young or not. I mean, when I see myself and when I think about myself, I still feel like a little ass kid. I still feel young, but I'm not normal. I have a video on my channel where I talk about how I was adultified at an early age and that I didn't really have much of a childhood due to a lot of like responsibilities that was given to me at an early age because I was the oldest in my house. I was a female. I was not allowed to be a child. I really had to be very in control of myself. I was aware at an early age that the way that I behaved and the way that I acted reflected on my family, and so I was very repressed. And so that's why I say I'm not like a normal 33-year-old woman, because it's almost like all the things that I wasn't allowed to do as a kid and a teen, I'm like doing them now. Honestly, it's weird. Like, I feel like I'm freaking Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, how he built that like amusement park in his backyard. Like, I totally understand that, you know, and how people would say like, you know, he didn't get to have a childhood, so he's like trying to reclaim his childhood. That's literally what I'm doing. I feel like every day, I feel like I'm trying to reclaim my childhood every day. So I don't think 30s is young, but for me, it's hard for me to just kind of like accept that, because if 30s isn't young, then that means I've completely lost my youth. I lost it, and then that sends me into a depression. My youth was stolen from me, and now all I have is this nebulous stage where no one knows what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing, because 30s isn't actually young. 30s is just normal. 30s is just regular. You're just a regular adult now. So like, what does that mean for me? I'm not young, so what does that mean? And I think we have to like reassess why we put so much stock and so much emphasis and importance on youth to begin with. And I've been thinking a lot about that too, and how it doesn't really serve me at all to hold on to that idea that youth is the most important thing in a woman's life. It doesn't serve me, because every day I'm getting less and less youthful. So so I've been trying to unpack that. I've been trying to unpack, why is it so important for me to be young? And what does it mean if I'm not young? How do I value myself now? Am I less valuable? Do I love myself less? Do I feel like I have less going for me and my future is just bleak and just downhill spiral to hell? Is that what that means? Do I have one foot in the grave? I've been trying to really ask myself these questions because, girl, Being a woman is hard. Don't ever let nobody tell you any different. Being a woman is hard. Being a woman is harder when you are Black. People don't value Black women's lives at any stage, but especially as you get less sexy, less attractive, you know? I really don't think we even really know what to consider the 30s decade when it comes to a woman's life. Is it really important? Is it just a step before middle life crisis? I've been confused about what I should be doing with my life because, like I said, I always thought my goals would have panned out already. Thought that I would already have my career worked out, and I don't have any of it worked out. It was very hard for me to get my foot in the door of television and media when I first graduated college. Like, I tried all these different things, and some of them were scams, and some of them were people just taking advantage of me, and I got really discouraged, and life happened. I had to make money. I didn't have my parents supporting me financially. I had to go to work. I had a family, so I couldn't continue to wait around and, like, you know, BS. Like, I was getting old, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, when you turn 24, you literally start to think that, like, oh no, I'm 5 more years, I'll be 30, and that's what happened to me. I turned 24, looked around, I was working at a daycare center, and I was just like, this isn't gonna work out for me, I don't think. I need to just be realistic, and I decided to have a baby. That's literally how it happened. And as much as I love my son, I really am sad that it went that way. I wish that I had given myself more time to figure myself out as a person. Okay, I did my lashes and put lipstick on, and I love this color. It's actually MAC. It's MAC Powder Kiss Liquid Lip Color. Woohoo! But I was saying that I wish that I had given myself more time to get to know myself before I threw in the towel, so to speak, because once you have a baby, woo! Once you have a baby, there is a certain clock, okay? It's like, people talk about your biological clock, which is very real, but people don't talk about the clock that ticks on you as a person, as far as like the way the world perceives you, first of all, and also now the family clock has started, okay? Because once you have one baby, you have to decide if you're gonna have another one, and you have to decide when you're gonna have another one, and do you want them to be close in age, and do you want to wait? You know, if you wait, it might be too hard to have the second one. And I got caught up in that, okay? I got caught up in the mom world, which I don't regret at all, because I had a blast. I really did. I had such a good time. I stayed home, watched TV all day in between feeding the child and, you know, birthing them and all of that stuff. Girl, I caught up on all the shows, the movies. A clock starts ticking and you don't have a lot of spare time anymore. A lot of your time is going to your child. I don't regret having my son. I don't regret having my second child either, but I wish that I had waited. My life has sort of just sped by. I had my first child at 25. I'm 33 now. He's not a baby anymore. My second child's not a baby anymore. But here I am. In a lot of ways, I still haven't developed myself as a person. Okay, I line my lips, but I don't know if I like that, but I'm not gonna take it off because who cares, you know? I think that I bought into the myth that, like, I wasn't worth as much anymore because I was turning 25 and I hadn't accomplished anything, and that is why I had a baby, and that is why I gave up on my career when I did. It's not because I actually believed that I couldn't become what I wanted to become. It was that I believed a lot about youthfulness being more valuable than any other life stage. And I really regret that. And I think where I am right now, me being 33, I'm just really committed to accepting myself 100%. I spent so much of my life trying to be what other people wanted me to be, okay? Woo! That is such a deep statement because it is so real, y'all. Y'all, nobody will know how much of myself I bent and I twisted and I compromised so that people would accept me. And I'm done with that. And that's one thing I will say about your 30s is that, like, you, at that point, you've been with yourself long enough to know this is it. Like, it ain't gonna get no better than this. It ain't gonna get no better. It ain't gonna get no different. Like if I suck at this now, I'm just gonna suck at it. I'm just gonna suck at it. Because at this point, I should have this thing down. If I don't have this thing down, I guess I just suck, and I just accept the fact that I suck at this. And that's kind of where I am. Like, I'm just not good at some things. I'm just not good at, and I'm never gonna be good at those things. But there are some things I'm great at. And there are some things that I'm passionate about. And I just need to lean into that stuff, you know? And just kind of like not try to be something I'm not. Like, I'm not young. I'm not young. I'm not young. I look young. Like I said, I'm childish. Check my channel out and see how childish I am. Like, I freaking play Sims all the time. Like, I'm childish, but I'm not young. And that's okay. Like, it's okay to not be young. I'm not meant to be young forever. And honestly, when you get older, you trade in your youth, but you gain something back. It's not like you trade in your youth and you get nothing. I traded in my youth. I traded in my young stage, but I've gotten like maturity, and I've gotten like self-love, and I've gotten understanding, and I've gotten confidence. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. Once you 30, bro, can't nobody tell you nothing about you, because guess what? They ain't been around you long as you've been around you. You just reach a level of understanding that there's no price you can put on that, you know? So right now, I'm just accepting some things about me. I'm terrible at working. I am not a good employee of the United States, okay? I am terrible at holding a job. I can't keep a job for nothing, I'm sorry. But I love the art. I love music, writing music. I used to be in plays, and I wanna get back to doing that. If the world ever opens up again, 30s isn't young, and that's okay. Whatever it is, I'm gonna kill it. So it doesn't matter. But that's all I have for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in my next one.